An investigation is now underway following a vehicle pursuit from Interstate 91 in Greenfield to Northampton on Thursday. Around 9 a.m., a Mass State Police trooper tried to stop a vehicle with no front license plate, and the car turned out to be a rental vehicle from Rush Hour Rental in Waterbury, Connecticut. The driver of the vehicle failed to stop, and when they reached mile marker 27 in Hatfield, several other troopers were there putting stop sticks around the road. The suspects swerved to avoid those, causing them to cross the median and continue driving on the opposite side of the road. After this change of direction, troopers canceled the pursuit, and Mass State Police is conducting a follow-up investigation with Connecticut State Police, Waterbury Police, and the Rush Hour Rental Company.